Well, I'm not sure too many people predicted Newcastle United would stroll to a 4-0 victory here against Tottenham, but that's exactly what's happened, and Newcastle were full value for it, and they got the tactics absolutely spot on today. They played with a bit of caution to the wind, really, playing with a 5 at the back at times, went out of possession, but really gave them the perfect platform to go on and win this game and win it comfortably, and that's exactly what they've done here at St James Park for the second season running against Spurs. Okay, it wasn't 6-1, okay, it wasn't 5-0 up after 21 minutes, but Newcastle really were good value for this win, and when you've got a player like Alexander Isak in such great form, Anthony Gordon, surely heading to the Euros with England this summer, and all the other players stepping up the plate, Elliot Anderson having a fantastic game, people like Emil Kraft coming in today and playing very well, Fabian Schär doing what he's done all season. Newcastle just a team finding the right form at the right time going into the run-in, and this game really, it could have been more than 4-0. Newcastle just kept the pressure on after that opening half hour, in which Spurs did ask a few questions of Newcastle, but once Gordon had slipped Isak in and he slammed home, you started to get good vibes from this game, especially with what happened last season. And then within 95 seconds, Gordon had made it 2-0. He'd cashed in on an error from Porro, and Newcastle United at that point were in full control in that fixture. And going into the second half, it was just a case of whether they could grab another one, and that's exactly what they did. Really, Bruno playing a brilliant ball over the top for Isak, who just showed he had ice in his veins again and just slotted it home 3-0. Well before the hour mark, and Newcastle had the points in the pocket, 3-0 up, the crowd loving it, the sun was shining, it was really a perfect day for Newcastle United fans, but there was still time for Fabian Schär to put a bit of extra gloss on it, scoring a header at that end, an amazing corner coming in, and Fabian Schär sent that bullet header past the keeper. 4-0. Newcastle able to make a few substitutions. Bruno finally free from the threat of suspension, and Newcastle go into 6th place for now. They may be overtaken before the weekend's play is concluded, but they've certainly put themselves in a strong position. Really good win, really good performance, clean sheet as well to boot. Lots to be positive about. Newcastle now going to those final 6 games, hoping to seal that European spot. Not quite sure whether they can catch the Champions League places, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. As long as Newcastle get into Europe this season, they've had a good one, because ultimately those injuries, really did hurt Newcastle at key times in the season, and now Newcastle United must feel hopeful of clinching that spot. Probably before the season's finished, we'll have to wait and see. We'll not get too carried away, but Newcastle today in sparkling form here at St James Park.